1, 2, 3. Madrid open.
Well, if it's amazing to be back here, a place and a tournament that I love playing and visit. I have great memories, not just the last year, even when I was really young. Came here to watch beautiful tennis, and for me, being part of that players is amazing. Well, I mean, on Madrid in 2021, on my 18th birthday, it was my first time playing Rafa, so it was really tough for me to, handle that I was about to play against Rafa, my idol, I was scared. But in 2022, last year, it was totally different. I played a couple of times against him. It was a third set on Indian Wells as well, so it was so different. I tried to focus on my game, trying to being relaxed, being myself on court, and it was one of my best matches on tour, honestly. Honestly, when I was about to play, the semi-final, the quarter-final, semi-final, and final, I didn't realize that I won Rafa and Djokovic, before starting the final. I was just focused on the final, that Sasa beat me a couple of times, before that, and it was, it was, tough for me. I remember before the final, I struggled with some problems with my feet and stuff, but after that week, I didn't realize that I beat that three beasts.
Looking at your record, and you've just mentioned it yourself, you don't need to be a genius to see that clay isn't your favourite surface. How do you start flipping that round in your own mind and say, I can play on this surface well?
Well, first of all, I had some good results on clay, so that's where I can say to myself that it is possible. The difference is, as I always said, on hard courts, maybe I can have some tournaments where first two matches won't be great, but I will be able to win them and then get the rhythm going and play better and better. On clay court, if I play kind of, let's call it, not the best match, it's much tougher for me to win than on hard court. So I kind of have to be at my best starting from the first round. And when I'm at my best, I'm capable of doing some good things on clay. Just trying to do my best, and that's all that matters.
Well, it's good you know where you are.
It happens sometimes that I wake up and I don't know where the heck I am. So it definitely feels nicer to wake up in the morning and know, oh wow, we're in Madrid this week.
Well, Steph, welcome to Madrid. How do you feel after what was a good but quite, let's call it tough week in Barcelona?
Look, I keep only the positives. It's my first sort of big results after the Australian Open. It's been painful and difficult not to be able to go out on the court and deliver in the ways that I'm used to. So getting that result last week in Barcelona, means more than I probably showed. And it's a great fresh start to get back into the season and show again that I can be competing in finals, and I can certainly show great tennis on the surface.
Well, Andre, before we get on to anything else, huge congratulations on your first Masters title in Monte Carlo.
Thank you.
Sitting here at a Masters, how much better does it feel now to have won one of these?
I don't know. I feel the same. Of course, I feel a bit looser, let's say, because you did something that you were looking for a long time, and you feel a bit less weight on the shoulder. But I feel the same because there is so much work I need to do, and now we're already in Madrid, and you have to be already focused again because the players are very motivated, and this year I think we have much more players who are fighting for this top spots. And yeah, Rafa didn't yet come back, and he will come back, and as soon as he will come back, it will be a problem as well. So you know, there is no time even to think. You have to be really, really focused to be able to don't lose the moment and to don't fly away from the from this spot.
I want to ask you about Madrid and also playing on the clay, but before I do, just thinking back to Monte Carlo, because you've been wanting to win one of these for so long. Talk me through the last few games against Holger. How are you feeling?
The last few games, I mean, when I was losing, I was thinking, it's over. I lost one more final. I guess it's meant to be. Maybe next time I can do better or something. And at the same time, I was saying, okay, at least lose this match, but lose this match at least with the feeling that you give all the effort till the end, because maybe, I don't know, maybe you will have a little chance to come back or something. And then yeah, I was able to come back, and then I don't know, when these two games from 5-all, I was not in the moment. I was thinking, I was trying to think about anything else, but not only on the game, because as soon as you think that 6-5 you go to serve for the master, it's like it's tough to, you start to think too much. So I was thinking about anything else, the mountain, the people, the crowd, or the blue sky, I don't know, whatever, just to don't think about the, like at the moment. As soon as, because in the beginning when at 40-15 I make this serve, I didn't realize the ball was in. I was like looking at the referee and like, you know, and no one say out, and then it's like completely relief.
Last question. You say you feel looser, the weight's lifted. Back-to-back masters? Is it a possibility?
I don't know. I don't think so. But of course I will do my best. I mean, when you never win any master and you win one, and now you are saying back-to-back to my, man, I was trying to win only one master for how many years. So I think it will be fairy tale. No, it will be, I don't know, man, Santa Claus present.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea.
Yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed the conditions here. It's obviously a little bit faster than most of the clay court events. With the altitude, obviously can get pretty hot here too. And yeah, probably out of all the clay court events, the one that I've been sort of most consistent at, and yeah, had some of my best wins here.
And I do want to ask you about this year, but allow me to reminisce just a little. 2 titles here, 3 finals. 2008, I think the first one, against Gilles Simon. What do you remember of that?
My team actually asked me about that the other day. We played on, that was when it was on the indoor hard courts. And I don't remember that much about the match, but I remember that I was in my room and the night beforehand, and he was playing against Rafa in the semi-finals, and they played for like 3 hours and 40 minutes, and I was like loving it. So yeah, that's actually my biggest memory from that week. To be honest, was actually watching that match going deep in the semi-finals.
Usually it means the start of. Sorry about that.
Of the 2 wins here, which is the more special looking back? The first one or the second where you beat Rafa on the way?
They're both special because the first one I didn't lose a single set and I didn't drop serve once. I think that was quite historic. I think the last time that happened on a clay court tournament was like 1990 or something like that. But the second one, I was coming back from a little bit of a rough patch. In 2019 I didn't play my best. 2020, the COVID year, where I was 2 points away from winning the US Open, so that was a bit difficult for me. And then I think Madrid, or maybe Acapulco, and then Madrid was kind of the starting point of the best season of my career. So in that way, it was very special. I think the players that I beat in 2021 were even more special, because I think I beat Nishikori, I beat Rafa, I beat Dominic, and I beat Berrettini. I think that's quite a tough tournament.
You mentioned you're getting back to your best tennis. through these kind of hard times, how much do you think back to those big wins in places like this to get yourself in the frame of mind to win those matches again?
It gives something, because it does make me realize that if I get back to 100%, that's where I can be, right? It's all about me getting back, and I know the player that I was, and I know that I can get back there. How long it will take, that is up to me, that is up to God in a way, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, Robert, yeah.
Well, Casper, welcome to Madrid. How are you feeling arriving here?
I feel good. I mean, it's a nice, big capital city in Europe. For me, this is my sort of favorite time of the year. I'm sort of closer to home. We're playing on clay, and Madrid. You know, I love being in Spain. It's a great country for tennis. Both Barcelona and Madrid tournaments, I find them great, and you know, the fans here are incredible, and it's a very fun couple of weeks and months that we have now and ahead of us, with this and Rome obviously coming up, and Roland Garros. So that's sort of the big highlights for me during the year, and yeah, I feel good. It's obviously different here, different conditions, altitude, so the ball travels a bit faster and flies a little bit more. So you have to be a little bit more careful and control the ball a little bit more, put even more topspin if that works, you know, out better. So yeah, I'm happy to be here and eager to get the tournament going.
And you look pretty fresh, considering you've just arrived.
Yeah.
Physically, do you just need to be prepared to hurt just a little bit more?
Absolutely. It's I mean, the clay court season's a grind. You know, it's a really gritty time of the year. You gotta have grit on the court, and to win the big matches, and to win really any matches, it's just a little bit harder.
Finally, it seems like you feel ready to do something special here.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, that's how I feel at every tournament. Really, I want to come and do something special, as you put it. But every tournament I go to, I know that I can do really well. I know that I can be in the last weekend of the tournament. I know I can beat anybody. So it's just a matter of doing it. So I'm excited to give it a go.